Hello and welcome back to our KSP career, and in previous episode we have launched the Eve drone launcher. Today we are going a little bit more local, but we are going with crew. Yes, Stian and Terry. Stian Kerman being renamed after one of my latest YouTube members. Hey Stian, welcome and welcome to KSP. You have officially been Kerbalized and you are going to the moon together with Terry. Now, since both of them are so happy, of course they would be, they're riding 4 SRBs. Who wouldn't be happy riding the SRBs, right? And they are riding the Gemini capsule. So, as you can tell, I have redesigned my Mun Lander, mainly due to the reason that the old one was using, Soyuz-like launcher, and I decided to go a little bit with European and US-based vehicles. Yeah, so I will be favoring those first. However, if I have some of the launchers queued up, those will be going as is. Alright, so without further ado, we are going into the orbit and Stian and Terry will be fulfilling an important contract. And that one is explore the moon, meaning that we will be going to the moon, we will be landing there, we will be conducting some science, and then we will be returning back. So, as you can tell, everything is going nominal, and we are using the Gemini-like 2-seater capsule from the DLC. So, and everything looks great, and you will see that I have a little bit of a different deployment procedure when it comes to the fairings that are sitting just below the capsule, mainly due to the landing legs. It's kind of interesting approach. I've never done it before, but there's always a first thing for everything, so, well, there you go. Alright, so, let's see the fairings get deployed. Oh, this is a beautiful burn. Alright, so, we have a tiny fraction of the burn that needs to be done on the next stage, so I will just very gently decouple as soon as the engine runs out. Right, she's right about now, and then kicking the second stage, well, or whichever stage that is. Alright, and we are orbital. Time to deploy the fairing. So, I will make another correction burn, which I will take care of later. Let me just see. Alright, and let's deploy the fairing. I told you that I had a different method. First the fairing, and then we will retract the landing legs. Yeah, the reason was caught up during the tests, meaning when I was doing the tests, the fairing hit the landing legs and it didn't look pretty. So I figured might as well correct it. I'm skipping a few just teeny bits and pieces, but the important stuff is still there. So we are now fiddling to get the Mun periapsis. I don't care which periapsis it is, I'm just trying to get the minimal burn required, which is around 820-ish meters per second. Trying to save as much delta V as I can, and then we will be pointing ourselves a maneuver prograde and we will be executing that burn. By the way, guys, this will be one mission, complete from start to finish. Do let me know if you like that, and if you like that, I might actually kick off in the future maybe another series where I will be doing, like a goal-based mission. So this is more like a chronological playthrough because of the Kerbal construction time, but a single mission playthrough, for example, like, okay, today we're going to Duna, we're gonna build a ship, we're gonna design it, we're gonna launch it, we're gonna land, and if it's in the stars to return, we will do a return. Let me know if that's interesting to you, and if that's the case in the comments, I will probably make a second type playthrough which will be, goal based, so going to Duna and back, or think of it something that Matt Lown is doing. So let me know if that's interesting to you. Alright, so tiny correction burn, and it's time that we go to our Duna transfer. By the way, if you hear my voice sounding like a little bit like slightly deeper, that's because I've lost my voice, and due to some cold, and now I'm good again. So one thing that the sharp-eyed among you will figure out is that currently we are in the solar storm. meaning that the sun is bombarding us with ionized particles. So what we really want to do is we want to put between the crew and the sun this huge tank filled with gas, or filled with fuel. That way we are ensuring that the sun is not bombarding our Kerbals rather than just the craft. So we are approaching towards the Mun, and then we will be... Solar panel on Lunar relay? I don't care, I cannot do anything there. I don't have people stationed there, so I cannot exactly fix it. Anyway, we are going to... Oh, Lander is almost out of space. Guys, spacesuits. Well, fortunately for Stian and Terry, they are carrying the new, pressure suits, which are, reminiscent of SpaceX, and hopefully they will just put the mask on until the power and life support gets back. Standard operating procedure, because currently we lost out of juice because we had some batteries. However, we didn't account for the fact that we will be going in Kerbin's shadow. Alright, so now I actually have a burn in 45 seconds and I have no more electricity, meaning I was using a tiny bits of thrust to just turn my craft in a different direction. So no biggie, just preparing to actually be nice aligned, and that also generated a teeny tiny fraction of the electricity, which just gave me enough control. And the sun will come over the horizon or over the Kerbin pretty soon. However, we have initiated our burn, which will put us at a roughly 120 kilometer orbit around the Mun. Following that, I'm lowering my periapsis a lot because I want to be attempting the landing, and I want to be attempting it pretty soon. So that being said, I'm thinking of the periapsis around 11-12-ish, which will be done in 2 stages. First this guy and then another one. See, explore the Moon crew. We have already done fly by the Moon, and we have to land on the Moon. And my plan is that I will be landing somewhere around this area plateau, not sometime after the periapsis, just after the crater that I'm about to pass. And once we land there, we will be, doing experiments and all that wonderful science. Yes. Alright. So pointing the craft, retrograde, adding a maneuver node, and... Okay, so the idea is, as you can see, we are reducing our periapsis because we want to go as low as possible. Oh, look at that beautiful rise. And there was actually Alex landing site at the bottom. It was somewhere near that crater. However... This time I'm gonna go, Alex and then landing site. You can see it, we're just passing over it. Alright, so we will hop over the crater and we will be going somewhere in the either highlands or the midlands or the lowlands. I don't really care. What I want to be doing is I want to be pointing retrograde and to stop rather soon. Look at that cinematic moment. Just beautiful. Stian, I know that you're a pilot with no experience, but you have had lots of training and you're part of GrunfWorks engineers, meaning you are qualified to do the job. Terry, you look happy. You should be. You will be doing some science in no time. Okay, so we have done the deorbit burn. We have 31 meters per second total, which is, in this stage, after which we will be dumping it, and I'm preparing my staging. And it seems that we will be landing on this flat area below, which is perfect. Pointing surface retrograde, okay. Stage. There we go. And now we have 1200 meters per second, and we have enough thrust to weight to compensate for everything. So I'm just gently reducing my surface velocity because soon enough, we are 1200 meters above the surface, and there we go. Okay, 700. Okay, I don't want to be doing lithobraking, so let's check for the shadow. There we go. Slowly but surely. 8 meters per second. Easy does it, Chief. I don't want to be spending too much of my Delta V. I'll need it to get back. Otherwise, Stian and Terry will be starting a new moon colony. Technically they're capable of, but I don't know how advisable that would be. They don't have the supplies. Alright, we have landed on the Moon. Woohoo! Stian and Terry, Well, have a good one. Okay, so crew report and everything is being run. Perfect. And let me turn on the lights. Oh, beautiful screenshot right there. Except probably I have landed the opposite way than I should have. And which reminds me to one thing. I don't have any ladders. Yay. Well, in that case, we'll just have to use our jetpack. Oh, and we are submitting some science already. Beautiful. That's what all one can hope for. Alright. A tiny physics bump. And then we can go... Terry, you're the scientist. You're gonna be the first one to go on the EVA. Alright. Please continue. EVA report and surface sample. We are gonna be collecting those. That's a healthy portion of science. Look at those SpaceX-like suits. They're just awesome. I just love them. Alright. There we go. Proudly waving the GrunfWorks flag. Back on the moon. Terry here. Yeah, I'm actually going to put it in the plug text. Terry was here. Yes. And apparently Stian. Stian, sorry, I have forgot to add you to the, board name. Okay, Stian. But you will get a chance to get a very, very cool selfie. Alright. Jumpy, jumpy. Okay, stand here by Terry. Look, she's dancing. Awesome. Will you give her a hug? Okay, maybe a bit... Oh, you're still grasping to your EVA suit. Never mind. We'll take a photo as is. Stian really loves his EVA suit. Alright. So, let's bump it. Come on, Stian. You can do it, buddy. There we go. And we're going up. As I said, short mission, but important one. Board. Don't worry, they will get a lot more missions. Okay, Terry. Oh, sorry, Terry. Not Terry. Terry. There we go. Jump. And then we're gonna go back. You have done some science, you have done some experiments, and more importantly, you need to fulfill the contract and get back to home. Okay, stop faffing around, just jump there and get in there. Perfect. Alright, that being said, we will re-engage the SAS. Oh, 30 sent back to Kerman. Beautiful. Any more science we could be launching? Well, we could stay for 14 days, but we don't have the time to do that. Do we have any need of resetting the experiments? Not really. Okay, well, SAS on, and let's burn to the east. Oh, this is a beautiful, and we can even see where you're going. That's nice. Point the rockets straight back to Kerman and engage the autopilot. Beautiful. Alright, I'm gonna coast to the apoapsis of around 12 kilometers, after which we will be doing the circularization burn, and then we will be going back to Kerman. There we go. 12 by 17, I don't really care, it's just a matter of personal preference. There we go. Look at it, this is actually a beautiful craft. Alright, and burn. Stian and Terry, seeing that you guys are doing awesome. Alright, beautiful. So, there's that. Add maneuver and eject. So now let's see that we get the minimum Kerman periapsis. I'm just trying to fiddle around in 5 seconds. No, let's do it on the next orbit. That's fine. There we go. 1 million, and I hope I'm gonna have enough Delta V. I'm a little bit short on the budget, but okay, I'll have enough Delta V. Whew, that was a close one. Maybe I should call the episode Running Back on Fumes. Okay, let's warp to the maneuver node. Alright. Pointing the maneuver prograde, after which we will be initiating the burn back to Kerman. By the way, guys, for those of you that are watching, and watching all the way to the end, there will be a link to the episode how I have built this bad boy. So, just a little extra for those of you who contribute and watch all the way to the end. Yes, there will be an episode at the end screen, direct link to a brand new episode that you haven't seen, that it's not public yet, which is showing how to build this bad boy. Just a little thank you from me for watching all the way to the end. There we go, and perfect. So let's cut this 45, let's bring it down to 35-ish, and then it's bye-bye moon, and we have 38 meters per second, just enough to, to do nothing. Right, alright, this is a beautiful shot, look at it go. A Gemini-like capsule leaving the Mun. Bye-bye Mun. Or Mun, or Mun, I don't know how you want to pronounce it. Yeah, this is just gorgeous. I agree, Stian. Alright, so coming back to Kerman, just oriented ourselves orbit retrograde, and we are closing in hot. So this time the top stage should survive. So what we're expecting is I have a big ass heat shield, so that's good, and I have the whole purpose is that I bring back home the mystery goo experiments that basically can survive the ordeal. So that's the idea. Alright, anyway, that's why I have a big ass heat shield underneath it all, and I can fold in the solar panels, I can fold in the antennas. There we go. So, okay, folding in the solar panels, good. Folding in the antenna and getting ready for the re-entry burn. Right. As soon as we come close to the atmosphere, I'm gonna press the burn and then decoupling. There we go. Burn, and then let's hit decouple. Get rid of that excess weight, we really don't need it. Bye bye. And it's time to get back to the re-entry. A couple of minutes of sheer horror as Stian and Terry return back to Kerman. For your convenience, guys, I have accelerated this to 4 times time acceleration because really you don't need to see it in one time. It was excruciating enough. I'm just kidding, it went smoothly as butter. Alright. There's a lot of extra speed that needs to be shed off, so it seems for some reason we will be coming in the deserts region. Alright, fair enough. Even the mountainous desert region. Well, that's nice. Alright, all the experiments are still running. We do want to collect as much science as we possibly can. And since I'm high up, I want to actually use that time to... So I'm just gonna pop up the chute. And there we go. Look at us go. Beautiful, right? Open up. Open up, please. Open up! Ooh! Okay. Clearly, there have been a slight incident with some of the experiments. However, the most important thing, our astronauts, Kerbonauts, are safe back. I was thinking if we could get another order, but there we go. Look at us go. We have gotten enough science, and Terry and Stian have gotten some experience, which is really important. So, let's see the ribbons. We have gotten a lot of cool ribbons. Congratulations, Stian and Terry. And there we go, guys. We're wrapping it up for this episode, and we have fulfilled the contract, as you can tell. And thank you very much for watching. Be sure to check out the link to the build episode, and I'll see you in the next one.